The Duchess of Sussex has taken to Instagram overnight, announcing to the world that she'll be closing her lifestyle company, American Riviera Orchard, to instead focus her efforts on a new business venture with a pretty powerful partner. Let's have a look at that post now.
It's recording.
Okay. Cat's out of the bag. I'm shocked we've kept this a secret for so long. In 2 weeks, my show's coming out, which I'm so excited for. And also my business, which I think there's been a lot of curiosity about. And I've been waiting for a moment to share a name that I had secured in 2022, and it's called As Ever. As Ever essentially means as it's always been. Of course, there will be fruit preserves. I think we're all clear at this point that jam is my jam. But there's so many more products that I just love that I use in my home, and now it's time to share it with you.
Royal commentator Angela Mollard joins us now. This was a huge drop late yesterday.
Kylie was on at 9 minutes after it had dropped. I can tell you, we were messaging.
Yeah. So this is it's more a move, a name change really, because she had this all along. She's just changed the name, but interesting the whole that Netflix is coming on board.
That's right. Yes. So Netflix, they're partnering, of course, for the with Love Meghan show. Her products are going to be in Netflix stores. They have shops called Netflix Home. They'll be on sale. What I think is interesting about this is that we will know for the first time how Meghan is regarded, how she's seen by the public, as to whether she can shift this product. Because if she can't, then you see that the sort of person that she is and that what people are prepared to buy. Super interested for the TV show. Yes, she's saying, oh, it's, As Ever, she's rebranding it. But of course, she couldn't have American Riviera Orchard. She had trademark and massive patent problems. And there is some talk that As Ever has still not gone through and got all the ticks at this stage. So it'll be interesting to see. I quite like the name, to be fair.
Yeah. So As Ever, it's kind of just a rebrand of the old stuff. Is that right?
Look, as she said, she brought out those jams and sent them to everybody last April. So we're talking about nearly a year that it's taken her to get off the ground. She is going straight back into her 2014 territory, which she had with the TIG, which was her lifestyle brand, not on any scale like this is going to be, but this is her really being in the Gwyneth Paltrow, Martha Stewart's space. She's even wearing in that video a $5,000 necklace that Gwyneth Paltrow has worn publicly as well. So it'll be really interesting. This will be the make or break of Meghan. There's no doubt about it, because this is how we can finally, as I just said, measure her. But this is what she wanted to do. It's where she was when she was an actress. So we have to think.
It could be huge, right?
It could be huge.
Yeah, and she has always everything with intent. Like that necklace is a fundraiser for the LA Children's Hospital. So it's got, again, Archie and Lilibet's initials on it, but it's all about fundraising for the Children's Hospital, which is gorgeous. Now, the website, so of course you go asever.com, that's the website, and she shared something on that which we hadn't seen before.
A stunning photograph. It is absolutely beautiful. It's her and Lilibet. There it is there. But
Larry's squinching, he can't see.
Okay, that's little Lilibet. You can see her from behind. All the pictures of the children since they were... That little one next to her.
If we zoom in, we'd be able to see. Yeah, Lilibet has red hair.
And how gorgeous is that photo? But we always see them from behind, but already the headlines, The Times, very highbrow publication in the UK, has come out saying the headline is Meghan recruits Lilibet to spruik brand. So look, the optics aren't great. When you think about it, all the shenanigans that went on when they gave birth to their children, we couldn't see photos, we couldn't, they snuck in and out of hospitals, that sort of thing. Now they're using, I think twice in the last couple of days, because we had the Valentine's Day Instagram story with them using strawberries and things. We're seeing the children used to spruik this brand. Now there's going to be pushback on that.
Now, speaking of the kids, we saw some artwork yesterday by George and Charlotte and Louis. They're using their kids in different ways.
They are using their children. This is much more subtle because, of course, Kate didn't say who did which picture. I have a bit of an issue with this because even though it's well-intentioned, because it's all about, of course, people doing art with their children to socialise, but people have a connection with people when they're painting them, that sort of thing. That said, if you're not a very good artist, and I'm not making any suggestions about these art there, although that is definitely Louis', is that, when these kids grow up to be 15, 16, how do they feel about their child art being out there? Typically Kate and William are really careful with their children. I'm I'm not saying that this steps across a line, but it's just with both of them, Meghan and Kate, how do you choose to use your children? Yes, particularly in Kate and William's case, they are heirs to the throne, but, well, they all are heirs to the throne, but more likelihood of...
But will they care, on a royal yacht off Mallorca, will they, when they're 20, will they care about this stuff, do you reckon?
Depends what their lives are like. You just don't know. You could end up the spare like Harry. You could have Louis turning around and writing a book like that, couldn't you? My mum put these pictures up when I was 6 years
I
old.
look forward to that.
Speaking of Prince Harry, he's fresh off in closing what was a really terrific Invictus Games. It's what he's all about. He had this stirring speech to conclude them. Let's have a quick look.
From one soldier to another, I also promise you this. So long as our brothers and sisters are striving to heal and grow, the Games will go on.
This is his great space. And as a public speaker, he's quite confident and
He
stirring.
is now, but Kylie, as he said in Spare and as he's talked about in the past, he was so anxious, so nervous about giving speeches. He is wonderful here. I've listened to this whole 6-minute speech, and this is where he's in his element, and I think is the real sadness around Harry. His life should be military adjacent. That's where he feels what he knows. He knows these people. He knows what they've experienced. He could have been an incredible ambassador for militaries worldwide, particularly across the Commonwealth, when they have recruitment and retention issues. This is where I love him most. But in terms of his public speaking, he's very emotive. He always talks from the heart. It's always, you know, you feel like you get to know him when he's speaking, a little bit more so than William, though both of them are very practiced. Of course, it's not necessarily always the case. We know King George VI couldn't speak in public, and they've got that famous movie with Colin Firth, obviously.
Yes. I reckon Meghan casts an eye over Harry's speeches, just saying.
I think she likes them.
Thanks, Ange.
And it's lovely to see you, although I feel like you two have been over this yesterday on the phone anyway.